Welcome back, all you big bass lovers. It's DeMont coming back at you again. It's that time of the month again. I've had this box now a couple days. I ain't gonna lie. I've been trying to get some stuff done out in the building, waterproofing it, running electrical wire, deciding what I want to do with it. I kind of messed up. I ordered my building a little bit too small for my boat, based off of the measurements online were, and for what the actual building was. It should have worked. But I guess I didn't take into aspect the actual inside of the door. And the boat, when I measured the boat, it's actually 3 inches longer than what online says when you put the motor totally down. Anyway, I digress. I have to order a new building, but let's jump into this box. Let's see what we got this month. See if there's anything interesting and new. I doubt it, but I mean, it'll still be good quality tackle. I'm hoping they put some of their new stuff they just came out with in here, but we'll find out. Okay, guys, let's see. They gave us a black sack. Kind of ominous, huh? I don't know too many people that want a black sack. All right, here we go. Dang. What's going on with this thing? They tied a knot in it? Yeah, they did. Look at that. They tied a knot in the stupid thing. What kind of mess is that? They never done that before. Okay, there we go. Now we're in the sack. First couple of things we get out. We get some jugular hooks. Size 4/0. That's kind of the same size they always send. All right. Then we got some of their shaky heads. This is their Divine shaky heads. This is the 5/16 4/0 head. These heads look really good. To be honest with you, I haven't even used them yet. I want to use them. I want to give them a fair shake. Just to be honest with you, I like screw lock heads in theory, but I'm gonna come back to this in a second just so I can show you how I like them in theory, but they just don't seem to work too good in actual functionality. Let me go and take this one out of the pack just so you can see what I'm talking about. You see how that's the hook, the spring is pointing up that way, right? The spring goes that way. The hook point is kind of facing here. So when you put the worm on here, it's going to be up here above your hook point, and so you have to bend it back all the time, and so it always puts like a weird kink in your worm. But we're going to take a look at this, see if it's any different. It's kind of crazy how smooth the bottom of that lead head is. It must have some kind of coating on it. Has it got paint on it? Let's see. It just says raw. So, I don't know. That is like the smoothest piece of lead I've ever felt. I mean, they had to hit that with a 2000 grit sandpaper. That's smooth as a baby's butt. Okay, let's see what we got in here. See if we got any worms in here to try and show you that theory out with it. But let's see, we got a Crush Flat 75X. It's a little bit bigger size, I think it is. Let's set that down. Yeah, it's a 5/8. 4K bluegill. Runs 2 to 5 feet. I think they all run 2 to 5. Maybe I'm thinking something different. Yeah, I'm thinking something different. This is a normal size of what we normally get. I thought maybe they came out with a new size. Then we got a Munch 40. I haven't got one of these in a while, but this is kind of what they made to compete with the Baby M1-. To be honest, I like this better than Baby M1-, but man, it still makes a very good crankbait. I mean, that M1- has been, it's been a staple for many. It's been a secret. Let me rephrase that. It's been a secret of many a pro and many a top tournament angler. You get back in the back of a pocket, you throw the M1- around. Yeah, you'll catch some stuff. That looks really good. I haven't seen this color on this bait yet. This color I think is called, yeah, the bluegill spawn. I know I have this color on some square bills. Let me tell you about the bait. I'm sorry. This bait is 7/16 of an ounce, 2.5 inch. I think it's saying it's dives 2.5 inch, yeah. Dives 2 to 3 feet. I don't know what that 2.5 inches got to be the span right here. Okay, so it basically performs just like a baby in 1-. This is not going to be a bait that's going to basically dig up the bottom or bounce off tree limbs and things of that nature. Even though it can bounce off shallow tree limbs. It does really good, but you can tell the bill is not a square bill. It's a round coffer style bill. And what this bait is really good at doing, see how wide the coffer bill is? This bait is really good for getting down there and what they call hunting. I always called it kicking, but it has a really hard wiggle, and every once in a while, just kind of dart to the side and dart to the side. They call it hunting now. If you're from North Carolina, we always called that kicking. It kicks to one side and it kicks to the other side, but it still runs true, but it just kicks. I kind of still like kicking a little bit better, but it seems like most of the world has kind of gravitated to hunting. So we'll call it hunting. Sorry about all the dog medications and stuff here. I have 2 dogs with heart conditions. They have heart medications every day. 2 dogs that are on antipsychotic drugs. I have 1 dog just got her teeth pulled today. Yeah, it's kind of one of those situations over here. There's a Dogma 100, ½ ounce. I think this color is bone. Yeah, that's called French bone pearl. Huh. I guess I didn't look at it too good when I first seen it, yeah. Kind of hard to see with that plastic wrapper on there. Here we go. Yeah, you can see that French. That French is the gold. And you can see the pearl inside it. It says French bone pearl. That's actually a really nice looking bait. Now, I like the Dogmas. I think they're really good walking. Are they my favorite topwater walker? No. They come pretty close. I mean, there's a few little things that would make this bait perfect. But it does what it's supposed to do. I ain't gonna lie to you. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. It walks super easily. They have really good colors. They have really good hooks. You ain't got to change shit. Just get out there and throw it and fish it. I always throw it with either a snap or I tie a loop knot, because these do not come with the O-rings on them. Or you can put an O-ring on it. But when I'm doing my walking baits, I always throw it on 30-pound braid with a 20-pound monoliter. That's not a very long leader. It's only about, I would say, anywhere between 2 foot and 18 inches of Daiwa hard mono. Just because when you're working this bait and when you're casting, a lot of times that front hook right there will loop in your braid, and it always seems like it pierces your braid. And you have to spend days trying to get it untangled, or you got to cut it off. Then you got to cut all the braid off your hook. It is annoying. But anyway, I digress. Next thing. Crush 250 MD. I thought I'd be getting more of the deeper divers, but hey. 70 millimeter. I think, yeah, 5/8 of an ounce. This is called Chartreuse Sungill. This is a really good color out deep. It doesn't matter if you're fishing clear water, if you're fishing muddy water. When it gets to a certain point in deepness, which I don't even know if this gets down to, this goes 7 to 11 feet. So I mean, it gets down deep enough. But at this point in time, in the summer, this is almost a moot point. But there is fish on points. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of fish on points right now, and this color will work good on the points. It gets down deep enough where it doesn't matter how bright the crankbait is, the more brightness it actually adds to it. All right, what's next? Did we get that pack of worms? We got we got the new worm. Cool. We did get some of the new worms. I was wanting some of these. I was thinking about getting on their app and ordering just some of these because I want to try them. The Booster Shaky Worm, Indian Green Pumpkin as well. A good color. And so let's see what we have here. Yep, got a nice scent to them. I'm noticing something right off the bat. See how small the tip of that worm is? Let's see if I can get where you can see it good. All right. See how big that spring is? We're getting ready to tear some shit up. But it's okay, it's educational. So it doesn't have a center spring, so you gotta get it worked in. Sometimes they don't have a center spring. I like to just take the bait and push it on that one end right there. Then you just start spinning. And of course, the hook point caught it and threw it off. Let's try again. Ow. Okay, this sucks. I'm about to give this a fail. It doesn't go on there good. And that hook point's sharp as hell. It just got me good right here. So I'll give it that. It's really sharp. But this little point right here is way too narrow. Let me see if I can get the feed. I'm going to cut it off. You know what? Bump this. Take off that nub. On the jig heads I normally throw, that wouldn't be an issue, but that's an issue. See now how flat it is? How much more area we have to work with? Now it shouldn't be any kind of problem going up on the spring. Now I say that, all these ridges are catching the hook point every time I go around. Ah, man, this is... I mean, it does hold them in place really good when these spring locks, if you can get them the hell on there. And don't try this with a Lastech, boys. I don't care how damn hot you bake the spring. I don't care how damn much you try to stretch it up on it. I know there's several people out there that's done videos getting it on the spring lock, but it never really, it'll back itself right back off. And it's just a big headache and a pain in the ass. You really need that while you're out fishing, especially if you're in a tournament. You ain't got time for that shit. Okay, so there you see it. It's on the spring lock. So we're going to see where it's supposed to lay on this worm. It's supposed to lay right there. So you got two options you can do. You can go in. You can come right here. And you can bring it to where the hook point. You can't hardly feel the hook point with these ridges, but trust me, it's right there. Now you see that unnatural kink it has. The hook point's right there. If I move my finger across, I can feel it in there. Let's try the next thing you can do. Ouch. This is going to be even more. This is going to be even more of a kink. So we're going to come through. You see where that ridge right there is? We're going to come through on that ridge. 1, 2, 3, we go through the meat. All right, so I guess we can make it kind of hide. It's not gonna stay, so it ain't gonna, doesn't matter. I thought maybe we can make it hide behind the ridges. But what it's doing is you see it pushing down all your ridges, so your ridges, there's ridges in the middle, might as well not even be there. I think they're getting away on your hook sets. I mean, because they're just kind of in the way. I guess they pop down pretty easy, but... all right, let's see. Put it up on there. You see now you see the profile of your worm. It has now it has a different kind of kink in it, but it's still kinked. It's not straight. And I have seen days where my non-boater on the back of the boat is throwing a screw head like this on like a little football head or something like that. And I was out fishing him, fishing the exact same worm, 5-1. And he was like, what are you doing? We're throwing the same kind of worm. And I said, the only difference is I can tell is that you're throwing that screw head and I'm throwing a standard shaky head. My worm is straight and yours has a kink. And that, he changed. He went to basically I gave him a couple of my jig heads and he started catching fish. I'm going to take this worm off because I'm going to try to reuse it. I'm going to put it on a different screw head. I have seen these actually work pretty good with beavers. So I like these kind of heads for beavers. I just don't like them for this kind of worm. All right, guys. I guess that's the video. You get a pack of worms, 2 pack of heads. You get a 250 MD. You get a Dog 100. You get some juggler hooks. You get a flat 75X and a Munch 40. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off. Hopefully next video, I keep saying this, the next video I might get in the water. I'm trying to get in the water, but it just has not been working out for me. All right, guys, tight lines. I'll see you on the next one.